Good morning, MacLaren. Sometime last spring, as the great what have you was getting going, and we were all spending a lot more time at home, I was looking for something a little different to do. I stumbled upon a mini course taught by Penn and Teller on magic. For those that don't know, Penn and Teller are some of the world's best magicians and certainly some of the most famous. I was, of course, interested in to learn about some of their tricks, but what I was not prepared for was how philosophical they were about their magic. They were asking questions like, is it okay that the natural contract between a magician and their audience is that the magician is going to lie to them? What does that mean morally? Is there a difference between magic tricks that simply entertain versus those that maybe offer to connect with the spirit realm or the beyond? So instead of pulling a rabbit out of the hat, this was a rabbit hole that I fell down. I've learned some card tricks and coin tricks, and also tried out some cardistry, which is fancy manipulation of a card deck. What I found fascinating about all of this is just how useless it all was for me. I understand there is some value in entertaining and delighting those you choose to share your tricks with. And there is certainly utilitarian value if you want to choose to be a professional magician. But for me, in the middle of a pandemic with very few people to share it with, there was simply no real reason for me to learn magic, other than just the intrinsic value to learn something new, and it has been delightful. With all that said, I'm not very good, but I'd still like to share a little bit with you with the hopes that you will find opportunities to try something new and maybe be not very good at it for a little while. Here's a bit of bad magic, or rather, good magic done poorly. So, what some of you may not know is that the Ace of Hearts is a very ambitious card. It likes to sort of get ahead in life, and of course in the card deck. So it really likes its position at the very top of the deck. So what we can do is we can take our ace, and somewhere in the middle we can go ahead and bury him and see what happens. So if all works out, if the ace is up to its usual ways, he will make his way to the very top of the deck. Let's see. He's made his way to the top. So what we can do is we can try to mess with him a little bit. So let's see what happens if we really push him right into the middle of the deck and see. And he's made his way to the top again. So let's try that a little more slowly there. So we're going to take the ace and right into the middle of the deck. Top again. So let's try that one more time. So we're going to go ahead and put the ace in the middle there, and then just to make sure that's still the ace there, we tuck it back in there, and the ace has risen to the top. Now sometimes the ace likes to be a little more tricky. So what the ace likes to do is go around the deck and it talks to the different cards. And what it might do is it's going to go to the very bottom of the deck and it's going to talk to that card, and it's going to use that card's number to decide where he's going to hide in the deck. And so in this case, the ace has talked to the 7, and he's now hidden himself 7 cards away from the very bottom of the deck. So let's see. So we go ahead and we see we've got the 7, and then we have our 2nd card, 3rd card, 4th, 5th, and 6th card, which means this very last card should be our ace. Now, what some people don't know is that each card has a polar opposite. So the ace of hearts, you think what would be the polar opposite? And I think we would say the 2 of clubs, right? It's going to be the polar opposite, the other side of the numbers. And instead of hearts, you have clubs. So we have the ace on top and the 2 on the bottom. And no matter what we do, we're going to put them into the middle here. And no matter what happens, they're going to push apart and they're going to end up back apart from each other. All right, so how do we do this? We take the 2 and we go ahead and we put the 2 into the middle of the deck. And then we take the ace and we put the ace also into the middle of the deck. And now they need a little bit of help here, so we're going to kind of loosen them up there. I think we got it. Let's see. So we're going to take the ace is on top and the 2 is on the bottom. So let's go ahead and try that again. So we're going to take the 2, we're going to go ahead and put it in the middle. And then we're going to take the ace and also put it directly in the middle. And you know, you can kind of see them sort of pushing each other apart there. And so let's see if we can do this. Ready? 1, 2. These 2 sort of popped out. Okay, so a couple more things here. So a little bit of cardistry. And so we are able to sort of manipulate the deck. You can kind of flip it. And if we do it right here, we can take, what do we have? The six of diamonds. And we can change it into the 5 of spades. So you can mix the 2. So one of the fun ways to kind of manipulate the cards is sort of with fancy cuts. So you're taking little packs and going all over. Gives a cool little feel there. And we can get the 5 faces of Sybil. All right, we have here King of diamonds. Let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thanks, MacLaren. Have a wonderful day.